I love it.
Did you get your
No, not yet. Those are the ones you need, right? I need one more. There's an HDMI one. Oh, thank you. You saw what was gonna happen there, right? You could see the foreshadowing. Set it.
It's like bounce clear over here.
Thank you, ma'am. Takes a minute, but it's worth it. It is worth it. I promise.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, November 12th, 8:30 a.m., and we are here for Multi-Agency Communications Center budget meeting. So, Mac, Kevin, I do have a doctor's appointment, right? Like right after this one. So I'll probably have just an AirPod in for like an half an hour. So, I see Cindy there now, so if she could run it at that point, and then I'll be back on and in after that.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Sorry I'm late, just didn't want to disappoint anybody.
Shush.
Good morning.
Okay, did Rob go ahead and start the meeting? Start the hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just sending the link for the MAC budget update. They'll be presented by retired Crystal. That's so funny. And Darcy.
Retire, rehire. Contracted.
The has been.
I wondered why the emails were still from you, but we just thought Darcy was using your email.
I was.
Okay.
She was for a long time, yeah. And then we've tried to start separating now. But
Well, it's nice to see both of you. That is really nice to have a transition like that.
are we ready?
No, I'm sorry. I am gonna share the link.
Okay.
And it should be displayed here in a few moments as well. Just making sure I have the right one. Does this?
Do we need to announce ourselves?
Oh,
Or,
if you would like to.
Was there?
Oh, you probably don't know
Or no?
some of these.
On-
I thought,
Yes, there is over there.
Okay, so then this
okay,
is probably not
okay,
the
good,
right one.
we're good.
I put that in.
Because as she's sending the link,
Oh.
I just wanted to back up for a second
Okay.
and for Kevin and Darcy and Decorah and anybody who doesn't know, the MAC board approves our budget in September. It was a little over $8.5 million. As part of a state auditor requirement, we post a budget with the county for how much we expect to reimburse out of the tax account. So that's what this is today. Our budget is technically approved by our board, of which Rob is on. And then this process, because we spend the money and get reimbursed out of the tax account, and the state auditor said, well, how does the county know how much they're authorized to spend or to reimburse? So that's what this is today. And I have what we plan to reimburse, kind of a more broken down, because you get 3 line items.
Thank you.
This is what our budget, our board's approved.
Crystal, do you happen to know, and I don't expect that you would, but just because you've been around a while,
Forever.
the reasoning of changing Grant County's source of the reimbursement to MAC from specifically current expense or allocating to sheriffs versus just putting it in miscellaneous government? Is that anything that you recall conversations about?
You mean our tax account that the county holds?
No,
That
there's
we-
about $500,000 that we reimburse to you.
Oh,
on a-
That's
and-
user fee.
That's user fees, and it's not part of this budget. So user fees, we bill all of our 32 agencies that we provide dispatch services for, and they pay MAC.
Do you know how much it
monthly.
is per phone call? It was like $20-some, but what is it?
It's
per call?
311 right now.
11 cents. So Mandy, we've put it in miscellaneous general government. Sometimes we'll use like a law and justice fund. But if there's, I think we use law and justice for the vehicles. Anyway, we just have to take that because every phone call that is made out or that's called for a county sheriff, we get to pay for that. So that's just our bill.
I forgot you weren't there. So when we went over miscellaneous government's
Okay.
budget, we identified that there was an allocation for sheriff, coroner, and
Yes.
building, yeah.
Fire
Fire
inspection.
marshal.
Has coroner
Fire
just
marshal.
not been billed out for several years for some reason?
No, they just pay an annual set fee.
Okay,
Yeah.
um,
Where do they put it now?
well, it's in miscellaneous government.
We're talking about moving it.
If we can move it to like a law and justice or something.
The specific department that's being billed for the fees,
Okay.
like sheriff
Oh,
would
the
go to
sheriff.
sheriff and coroner, go to coroner.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those long, we didn't put it in the budget. It's always been outside of the budget.
I'm missing
law
a
and
new link
justice.
too. I don't know if you have access to the links directly. But I think so. For where we're with where if we make any changes, that way you can see it. It has been sent. Hopefully that doesn't take very long to get to you.
And MAC, I think the county is actually responsible for 911 services and we contract with MAC, or MAC is our agency that we,
It used to
But
be
you guys
back
in
in
charge
the
of it?
day, each department had their own dispatch. This was before my time. So like the sheriff's office had their own dispatch staff. And they decided it's so expensive for equipment and salaries and benefits. And so they got together and formed MAC. And then we actually hired the dispatchers from all the different agencies. So that was in 1995, before we were born. And MAC then started dispatching for all of the county. We now have about 5 state agencies, 1 federal, and looking at taking on some more from Adams County. And it's just incredibly expensive to keep up with all the technology and equipment. And so some of the smaller areas like Ritzville and those kind of places, they just can't do it. And so they're looking to join other agencies. So we're kind of blessed that our director is very technology forward, which is also very expensive. But we have the ability to dispatch remotely. So we have somebody in South Carolina, we have a call center in Colorado. And then they started out as traveling dispatchers, but they like us, so they're still there. So we kind of have several of those. In our contract, we're not really allowed to have part-time. And so we have the ability through our traveling dispatch agency to hire people part-time. So we have several of those. And I think the technology, because staffing's so hard, like we're never completely fully staffed because it's a grueling schedule. It's 24/7, 365 days a year. So this remote ability has kind of afforded us some options that other centers don't have yet. We're kind of on the forefront. And then we have AI, which answers our non-emergency calls.
Iris?
Ava.
Ava, okay, I knew it was
Ava. Iris is cute. Yeah, so just looking at technology, because the job, if people can go to Hobby Lobby or somewhere and work, with Sundays off and work in a decent schedule for about the same money, then why would you want to work a graveyard shift, holidays, weekends? So DT is just really open to making technology our good tool that helps us, so we don't have to, because we're budgeted for 22 dispatchers plus 1 call taker. Never in my 16-ish years have we hit that. So like right now, we have 3 in training. We have 2 that just released, 2 out on maternity leave, which is now 16 weeks. So technology has to be the solution to help us with staffing, but it's also very expensive. And our tax account has about $10 million in it right now. And Daryl's budgeted about 5.5 million he expects that we'll collect next year, because we get 0.1% of sales tax and then the telephone tax. And so that's what we'll be tapping to reimburse for this budget. And then the user fee budget isn't included here because it's kind of standalone, about 2.5 million, and pays mostly for staffing and benefits. Questions? That was a lot.
Mac is just kind of a unique beast
Yes,
to understand the budget, so thank
Very.
you for explaining.
well, and we, constantly are going through changes where we have 13 radio sites that are infrastructure. And right now, that's what we hired Dean Hain for, and Cindy remembers him back in 2007-ish to build all those radio sites. Vantage was the last one. They cost about $1 million to build, and they're full of equipment, which is now needing to be replaced. And so we're looking at all sorts of ways to get away from that, because we pay the landowners rent, we pay maintenance, we pay equipment replacement, HVAC, GPS, all the things. And so, the cell to satellite should probably be a thing. We're kind of testing some of that to get away from the old fashioned radio that in this county, there's lots of dead spots. And so even with 13 radio tower sites, you might be in Warden somewhere and have no radio service. So, the satellites are a lot more user-friendly as far as budget. And so we've been testing some of that kind of stuff. And it's, when you're kind of the first, you have to go through all the bumps, much like a software conversion. And the same with our CAD, which is computer aided dispatch. Right now we're in 2 365 labs we purchased, but we still have our law agencies in Spillman. So we have to do all the data entry into 365 from Spillman, which requires additional staffing. And we're hoping to get back to 365, but it would be kind of like some of your people saying, we don't like Tyler, we want to stay in GP. That's kind of what happened to us. And so we're trying to get back on track, because right now we're paying for both. And so we're trying to get back on track. New is uncomfortable and change, and not everybody, they know Spillman, they've been in it for 100 years, and they don't want to learn the new 365 labs, or they don't like it as well, it doesn't work the same. And so we're kind of stuck right in that right now with trying to get everybody over to the new CAD.
Is Spillman national?
Yeah, Motorola bought them out. And so it's really Motorola Spillman now. And yeah, it is national. But what the Spillman we're in is much like GP, it's not supported. And in order to do any of the updates, we have to buy a new server and do all these things and then convert to their new software. And so we had a committee started back in 2020 that looked at the whole thing, looked at Spillman. Yes, we need something new. Then shopped all the new options, had demos, and chose what we bought and paid for and then didn't like it when we implemented it. So it's kind of been, yeah, it's kind of so hopefully by next year or the end of this year, I think most Lake Police Department's gonna test 365 labs today. We have, Ephrata's been in the whole time, or for a long time, and Cooley Dam, and some of the smaller agencies, but it all adds up to expensive, so. And we do have still $10-ish million in bond debt, that we pay $1 million a year for, out of the tax account. We pledged it back in the day. We have 2 bonds. One I think will be paid off, but the other one just gets tripled. So
You're doing a refunding or?
no, we did do a refunding, yeah. But one of them is
2010, yeah, you have the 2010, the 2014, and the 2017.
yeah. I think the 17 was the refunding, and I think that's
Okay.
paid off. But the 2010,
Was that for Tate? Was that what
the
it was? Tate?
2010, yep, was the Tate radio. We went to an 800 frequency radio system upgrade. And then the other is the Mac Center. Questions, comments, thoughts? I should let Darcy talk too. I'm just blah, 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 blah.
You just go. She'll take it
You
next
got it,
year.
They're getting their money's worth.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I think we forget what this little process is, right? Because we already have an approved budget. So I just like to start back from the beginning so people know.
I'm just curious, how accurate is your guys' GPS when cell phone users call them?
Pretty accurate. It'll be way more accurate when we get some of the new technology, but yeah, they'll always ask, it'll populate for them, but they'll always ask
Anyway, to be sure.
anyway to make sure, because it's bad if you have a wrong address or a wrong phone number.
Or you're using someone else's phone.
I don't even have to complete it when I've accidentally dialed 911 and they show up and I'm
Yeah,
amazed by
they're-
that.
It's crazy. We also are using AI besides answering the non-emergency for training. So sometimes somebody will go through training and they won't say they'll get one CPR call. And those I think are maybe the hardest calls because you're doing telephonic CPR with somebody. AI can create those calls easily and have our trainees process them, and then it grades them to let them know how they did. So that's something kind of new we're doing, because we used to search our recordings for actual calls and use those. But this actually grades them, which is really good because they can see where they need to improve. And our training process is about 8 months, or class. It's a long time, so.
Are your calls archived forever? Or do they follow
No,
a schedule?
90 days
Oh.
for the recording.
Ooh,
and
90 days?
90 days. The actual, what they type
Forever.
is forever. The actual phone call is 90 days.
If it's associated with a specific type of call, does it have to, or 90?
Possibly.
Okay.
So a lot of times the agencies will request those right away. If
Oh.
it's something big, they'll request it right away so they have the call.
Is that subject to public records, like if they're
Yeah.
normal though?
And if a citizen requests a call, we check, the agency that was involved has to give permission. Because if it's an ongoing investigation or something, we can't give it out.
Do they have to have criteria for declining?
Yeah.
Mm.
I have no questions on the budget. Where's have questions?
No, looks good.
I've got lots of questions.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's a fascinating place.
come over sometime.
Don't I have to sign an NDA to come in the building?
No,
Oh, okay.
Just to go with this bachelor.
Oh, well, that's where I want to go.
you can actually sit out
Yeah,
there
you can
and
sit out there and watch them.
Oh, really?
sit live with the
Is it like a
dispatcher.
window?
No, you're just
Look,
sitting
it's
right
like-
next to them
Plug
all.
your radio in.
Yeah, you
headphones.
can't
can't
talk, but
You can't take calls.
You can't be there if I can't talk.
I know.
But-
Man, you can only
So
take
you can
calls if
talk.
they're really busy and they're like.
Yeah, like, we need
"Take
an
this
extra
call."
I literally live 1 minute from there. Like I
Oh,
drive by it
okay.
every single day.
yeah, come by, Darcy will hook you up. Remember when REC let out a
Uh-huh.
plume of whatever? That was
At
the
an
one and only,
event.
the one and only time I got to take calls and they told me what to say because were just inundated with
Mhm.
calls about it. And so I had a script that I could say and I was like, oh, I'm a call taker.
It's a hard job.
It is. And the criteria, like baristas are usually really good at the job because they can multitask really well and they remember all our crazy orders.
I couldn't do it. I'd be like, oh my God, I don't know what you're gonna
Yeah,
do.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I could not.
Oh, Kevin, yeah, we had a tour of the new facility.
Okay,
I know when, I just
Come
remember
over.
yeah,
the lights
Come
were
over.
dimmed in the room, so it definitely kind of keeps it more of a soothing.
zen, hopefully, yeah. They, it's a weird job too because you have downtime and then go, right? You're just, when you pick up the phone, you don't know what it's gonna be. And so they could be doing puzzles or knitting or, because they have to
Mhm.
stay there. So 12 hours of,
Oh, it is a 12-hour shift.
yeah.
Do you guys have things that can predict just based off like summer's
Like
maybe
an
gonna be
ER.
higher call volume and that could tell you
Yep.
about, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, summer always, and one reason for wildland fires. But there's more people in our communities,
Mhm.
the sand dunes, the water park, all the things.
Yeah, we have some weekends that get a little lively in the county.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you just don't know it. You're sitting there at 3 a.m. and then there's a pursuit of some kind and just that quick, spikes are out and things are happening and it's crazy. I'm glad I'm retired.
Are you though? Well, I'm glad you came back to help.
Yeah.
So that's nice. that
Kinda sounds
transition.
like you miss it though.
And Darcy and
It's crazy.
Darcy and I worked our first accounting jobs together like 33 years ago out at the airport. And so when she applied for my job, I was like, yes, that is the one. We had gone through a round of interviews and they had all fallen out. And so we advertised again and I was getting CPAs from Seattle and, people, stay-at-home moms who hadn't worked in 10 years. And then I saw Darcy's application. I was like, yes, that is the one. That
Well,
is
the
the one.
Kim
fairgrounds
still
is
there?
definitely sad.
I do miss them.
And they miss you.
I do miss them.
Definitely miss you.
They keep
that
calling her back, right?
Not that much.
Well, it's never, when I started at Mac, I thought I was gonna be bored out of my mind. And there's not a boring day.
You did not want to retire.
I did not.
No.
No, I did not. But when you get your 30+ years in, you really aren't gaining anything on your retirement. So,
You gotta enjoy life.
yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, if there are no other questions, it is 8:54. We are in recess until 9 o'clock when we have our affordable housing budget.
Who does that? We do.
You are online.
Good morning, it's 9 o'clock. We are 9 to 9:30. We'll have the affordable housing budget meeting. Will that be under, do we have that?
I think
budget
it's
on?
under the 2026 budget for auditor.
Okay.
Or it's under Daryl's. Hold on one second, let me check that.
downloading the workbook, so I don't know.
Affordable housing. And are we gonna do all 129, 130, 130, 130? 129, 130, 131?
Sure.
And 141.
Okay, I'm still trying to find it, so it must be Daryl's.
No, it's not. One second. It is going to be in the 2026 auditor one. It's just gonna magically appear in about.
Oh, okay, 'cause I'm
10
like, I just
seconds.
looked, it just downloaded my workbook, okay. So I just need to hang tight.
Where'd it go?
Mandy, you can slide down if you want. Let me move the chairs, so you guys can.
Oh,
Because Mandy's got a little corner spot right on. Mandy's
we
holding
like
her-
to be close.
her Amanda. Amanda's holding her. Okay.
Do you wanna move it onto the right of me, Amanda? Yes.
And I can.
You're fine. I was fine. I was just.
Oh, shoot. Only thing is. Hmm? My cord. Oh. I could limbo underneath it.
Sorry, it's like.
You're gonna be all wrapped up.
I know, I know.
Then you won't be able to, if there's a fire, don't run. Just gently slide out.
Uh, Doesn't Daryl give me those numbers? Oh, yeah, he does. Okay, hold on. So 129. Maybe he doesn't. It's empty. Okay, I think I'm just gonna show you. It's 150,000 split between three for a total of 450,000.
Okay, who is it split between the three?
The affordable housing, homeless housing, and homeless housing admin,
Okay.
the revenue gets split. And I don't think Daryl has given us this updated, because it's part of the tax calculation, the property tax. The total tax calculates, and then a percentage of that gets allocated to the homeless housing.
Okay.
And, or it gets redistributed. And every month, we send a split by percentage to City of Moses Lake, Grand County Housing Authority, and is that admin. But this new updated amount for 2026 has not yet been provided. Last year was 450,000.
Okay. Well, that was
It's
neat.
part of
Exactly
Meryl's
what we
work,
did
it's
last
part
week.
of Missy's worksheet. The part that goes to mental health and then the part that goes to homeless housing. That property tax
I think
certification,
there's a breakdown.
the big number and then the two
Oh,
little
okay.
pieces get calculated.
Was that the 129 account?
It's 129, 130,
131 and
131
141?
and 141.
Okay, are all those that account?
Let me double check.
No.
The property tax revenue that gets split is 129, 130, 131, and that's what we monthly redistribute
Oh,
to
okay,
those.
so all three of those.
And then the 141 is homeless housing admin. Wait. Affordable and supportive housing. So it seems to be the same amount.
So is Carrie involved in any of these?
No,
Okay,
she
these
just
just-
tracks, she's
Okay.
just like a liaison to the cities.
She just tracks them.
We monthly calculate it and send it out to them. And it's static, it's not, doesn't vary month to month.
Okay. Do we have any questions on these accounts?
These we won't have the actuals for 2026 probably till we adopt.
Okay.
So you just wait for Daryl on that.
Yeah, for the certification and then the calculation. It'll be part of, so the 23, 24 million in property tax revenues that they will calculate based off of the assessment valuation. He has another percentage calculation that he'll take off of that, and that will be split between mental health and affordable housing.
Do you feel confident that we can be done with this budget, or do we need to know anything else on
Unless
this?
you have questions about it, I can give you what we have paid to date.
We have 141 on this list also. Was that one of those ones that you were just reviewing?
That's the admin.
Yeah.
The admin?
Mhm. They're all like basically the same name. We just move the words.
Usually these get lumped into somebody else's budget, so I'm surprised we have as its own budget meeting.
I think it's part of, it's counting. It's part of auditor,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And we just didn't get to this half of it. We had like,
Well, that's totally fine. The free time. Okay, if we don't have any questions, if we're good with it.
Yep.
Okay, it is 9:09. We are in recess until 9:30. When we talk, we'll have the lodging tax or LTAC budget meeting. Okay, it is 9:30. We are here for our LTAC budget meeting. And Caitlin, I think, is
you
gonna.
can take over.
Steal the share. Okay. I sent you guys the link to the budget workbooks folder again.
Just recently.
Yep, just that way it's at the top of your guys' boxes. So the ending fund balance is just a number that we put in there. That's not the accurate number of what's in the ending fund balance. So I just copied over the same projection
Okay.
as 2025. We haven't pulled anything from it, so. The reg salaries and wages, and the benefits for the 2025 actuals, it's just through July. It's not year to date, because I believe my wages come out of LTAC from like July, August, September, I believe. So that's only a portion that's been pulled for 2025. But for 2026, the wages and benefits, it's a quarter of the calculations that I got. So I'm gonna jump down to the office and operating supplies. Originally, I had put 12,000 just to have the same dollar amount that's in there. The committee recommended an increase to 42,000, so that additional 30 would be for the Placer AI purchase that the county would control. And I know that Rob has meetings scheduled with Jim and somebody from Placer to figure out the logistics and what the actual cost of it would be. We're obviously under budget so far this year. I would expect that we would be under budget next year also, especially if we are using iPads for the application review, because a big chunk of the expenditures from 2025 is just paying for paper and toner for the printer, because we had Josh make the copies of all of the applications, and so we had to buy his printer more toner. That was a good chunk of what that cost was. For the advertising grants, that budgeted amount is just an estimate based off of the overall budget that was given to us by Daryl for the expected revenues. So that 660,000 for 2026 is not the total amount of granted awards, like other than the wages and tourism and all of that. That's just the leftover number. Mandy said that the ending fund balance as of October for LTAC, oh, and then it just went away.
2.1 million.
Thank you. So like for this year's, the 2025 projected, that 549, same thing. That's not the total amount of all of the other grants. That's just the dollar amount that was left over after all of the granted awards. So we won't spend that full 660. Just like this year, we won't spend the full 540. The tourist advertising transfer to fair, that's a combination of the 3 applications that Jim put in. Transfer the museum, that 10,000 was what was approved by the board from the recommendation of the committee, as well as the transfer to tourism. And the destination marketing organization that's working on the tourism master plan did not put in another grant application, so they don't have any awarded funds for 2026. They spent 65,500 of the 100,000 that they were awarded for this year so far. Questions, comments, concerns?
So where will that balance of the DMO go to? That just carry over?
Well, so anything that they don't use by the end of the year, they just don't get. So it'll just stay in the.
It'll carry over, it's budgeted to.
Yeah, well, they won't be able to use it in 2026.
Okay. So
Their
just go-
contract is only for
Okay,
2025.
okay. So it,
They're on a use it or lose it. Same with tourism and the museum. So at the end of the year, if tourism hasn't used their full dollar amount, which they typically do, but if they haven't, anything that tourism doesn't use at the end of the year gets transferred back to LTAC.
does not roll over to them, okay?
Thank you.
That's all I got.
I know Rob is not on, but he did mention that maybe when we do the next year, kind of give them some guidelines, for the advertising grants or the grants that go.
Yep.
Give them some.
Yeah, I know there's been discussion with Rob and Tom about maybe doing a workshop, like you guys, and then one with LTAC, so that way everybody can decide on what you guys would like to see moving forward. that's something that we'll work on getting scheduled here once we're out of the budget.
Yeah, and it might be something to, yeah, visit with our seatmates on how they do their tourism, their LTAC grants. Okay, is there anything else? Easy peasy. Okay, it is 9:36. We are in recess until 9:45, when we have the Dispute Resolution Center, opioid abatement, and the Blake budget meetings.
We're online.
Okay, it is 9:45. We are here for the Dispute Resolution Center, the opioid abatement, the Blake budget meetings. Which one do you want to?
They will be forthcoming in the auditor one in a moment.
I don't know which one you want to start with, but we'll,
Since we were already discussing dispute resolution,
okay.
right now my current number is 20,000. I will look to find their proposed budget from them to ensure that that is accurate. But so far I haven't yet been able to locate anything official. But if they came here during the year and did that, then we will have it.
Yeah.
If Barb's listening, maybe she has it readily available. I don't know.
Yeah, they came on, or sent an email on April 8th. Budget. And I will just forward this to you. It's just kind of what they've done. We get their budget after the fact, kind of. Okay. So it shows that when they came to us, their net income was 40,000. Capacity funding, 216,000. Income, they've received 260,000 for income, and then expenses.
And I'm sorry, it is in the BOC's budget, not
Okay.
the, I don't know why. But you should have a link to this. If not, I can resend it. Oh, so that was a 2024 update from them?
Yeah, that's what it would have been. Mhm.
Okay, so they're January to December. And we just cover their mediation fees, or?
Um, I don't know what exactly they use it for. I'm still trying to find the budget.
Let me reshare the link. Do you have it, Michelle? Oh, I was like, somebody's missing. Tom. I just now noticed Tom's not here.
And I hate to spend too much time on this since we've got Dell in the room. But yeah, whatever, it's basically the funding that we receive, we get it, pass it over to them. They have additional funding that comes through. Do you have any questions on that one or the dispute resolution center?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from them for
Okay.
2026.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, so we'll get the 2025 recap. Kind of, they have to report to us what they've done for the year.
it looks like it's been very consistent over the last 3 years.
Yep, so if they have 20,000, we'll budget that amount.
You know, I think we did a budget extension last year though for them. For like $3,000, yes. They were only at 16,500 at the beginning of the year and they ended at 19,400. And we did do a budget extension for them. So the 20 is probably,
Okay,
yeah.
get 20K for them.
Because 2024 actuals were closer to 20.
Okay. So I'm gonna start looking for the opioid abatement budget. Where would I find that one at?
137 is in the BOCC budget right after dispute resolution.
See, I'm not even seeing the,
And I believe we just budget the fund balance.
You have your email up.
oh, okay, so go to my email. Okay,
If we've gone out to RFP for these professional services, I'm just not up to date on any progress with that. I know that there had been discussions of doing so.
The contracts were signed by BOCC for opioid abatement funds.
uh-huh,
Those have been signed, and we're waiting on the Grant County Sheriff's Office, and mostly Community Coalition. Do you want a breakdown of what each was awarded?
Just a total
Yeah, your total's correct.
for 2025?
Yeah, the 141, 250.
Is that all they're expecting for 2026 too?
For 2026, we put into the contract 451,000,
So for,
733.26.
put 452,000?
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
And Mandy, there's a difference between what the county's received in opioid funds versus what we're allocating out to the public.
And so we
So
would
just-
surplus the others into our reserve balance. Yes, sir.
Perfect.
And that fund balance at the end of October was close to $1 million. Since its inception, we've not spent anything until this last fiscal
I
year.
know, it's been a nice little slush fund to have. Well, some of the funding that the state has, it doesn't go for like license fees, goes for health district. It's just literally a fee that it's nice to receive that's helping the problem that it started.
And the Opioid Abatement Council has set up their own process for when the next RFP will hit.
Mhm.
So the next RFP is not scheduled to begin process until fall of 2026. So any new contracts awarded would start January 1st of 2027.
Okay,
And so we may not draw down much this 451 this year, but we'd have more to draw down by 2027.
Even better.
and Jill, thanks for sitting on that board.
Yeah, of course.
It's kind of a new project, so there's been a lot of, I guess, unanswered questions that we've
Even for me.
had, so it's been good to reach out to you. A lot of questions. Okay, is anything else on the opioid abatement?
Do you know the estimated revenue for that, or that's Daryl?
Yeah, we don't know estimated. I know that the checks from the settlement companies keep coming in. So as long as as a county, we're keeping a running total of what's been coming in so that we can eventually add those to the next contract cycle.
And to date on that. $276,000. So yeah, so 452 would probably still be a good range. Yeah. So 452 for revenues and expenditures for 2026 on the opioid settlement fund. And the next one on the docket,
Wake.
I don't have a wait fund, Cindy.
Blake?
Oh, Blake. Oh, you said Blake.
Blake.
Wait, what? Oh, is it abatement?
As abatement on the list.
Oh, wait.
It's abatement,
Oh,
and
sorry.
then it goes to, like,
Sorry, I'm looking, okay, I skipped abatement. Like, wait, I skipped abatement. Okay. I believe this is the fund that comes through the tipping fees, yep, from the
Yes, help.
landfill.
And easy to date. Why is that not? Oh, so not a lot collected so far.
For the abatement,
Yeah.
are they doing the transfers? They may not be doing the transfers. They were gonna do them quarterly,
Oh, then that would probably be the case.
so, but, and we have a new accounting team at Public Works.
So I don't have, yeah, I don't have the abatement retainage deposits coming in
Okay.
for 2025.
That's something you'd get from Public Works.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I haven't,
They'll know how many, it's off the tonnage. It was like $1 a ton or 80 cents, maybe we get 80 cents.
let me think real quick.
So they would be able to tell us, and they have an account, so it'll be in their account. We just need to transfer it over from their abatement account. Part of it goes to the health district.
Yeah, 25 cents to the health district, 75 cents to the
Okay,
county.
there it is. And maybe it's not time, maybe it's each drop there. But it looks like it must be per drop. And even when Madeline was here, or Katie, we always, it's just that one little account that we always forget to transfer over until we need it. It's like, oh, it's been sitting in the public works account, so.
Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing, so it's probably something we should all.
Okay.
I have it down as a note.
Emails from. They send it once a quarter.
PW.
So far, there's only been one done this year. And that's a lot to be part of.
So I know that there are some journal entries that just from Public Works that haven't. Well, I thought we got them up to date through August.
But they, again, they may not know because we've had to remind them, usually at a sitting like this, or when we're gonna go out and do an abatement. It's like, oh, we have these funds, we haven't transferred them over. So this is not, it's one of those little tiny
It gets forgotten.
accounts, and yeah.
Well,
pretty much
She
about
just
every
sends it
year.
once a quarter. She does send it, she sends it to Mandy, but then also accountant, ACCT at Grant County Law.
So third quarter was 30,000,
Okay.
almost 31,000.
Quarter.
Probably summer would be a peak period for them.
Yeah, I would think so.
Quarter two was 28.8 for, that's April through June, and quarter one was 24, this is January through March.
So that's 70,000 right there. So we should have 80,000 by the end of the year.
Yeah, so typically they do their own journals and we just post them.
Okay.
But this looks like she's just sending us a report requesting the transfers, so that's probably why it didn't get done.
Okay. Again, this is one of those little accounts that we kind of forget about till we go to do an abatement. So whatever works for the new, their accounting team and you.
Yeah, I'll have an update before we go
Okay.
to adopt, or we'll be doing discussions before for reevaluating how we distribute the revenues that we are expected to come in. Okay, so then, what'd you say the one after the abatement was? Blake?
Like,
A 192. Just skip over grant admin, still within the BOCC budget.
I guess it's
I thought,
not in.
Hmm?
It would be grants, that, isn't it? Oh, that's at a different time. So Blake, yeah.
nominal amount, I don't know that we've spent anything for Blake recently.
I don't even know what the Blake funding can be used for.
It's very specific. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, it is for people that have been charged with drugs, right?
And so there has been
Okay.
an increase in expenses in 2025. So likely to do a budget extension.
Okay.
Almost $500,000, $453,000 to date in 2025. I'm gonna see if that was like a one-time specific case. Budget extension needed. Did we do a budget extension for this one recently?
That would probably be asked Barb or
I-
Caitlin. Did we do a budget extension for Blake?
Seems familiar for some reason.
What's the number on the phone?
192?
No, that's
The budget amount that's in there, what was allocated to the county for the blank agreement that was signed on,
Oh, maybe
in
that's not.
October. We probably did a budget extension.
Mine's pulling some.
Is it
Where is that?
Yeah, how come that number's so?
I think that's for the admin of it, because I think the other,
Revenue.
You have revenue? Maybe I've got the revenues as the expenses.
I think Kim Allen had helps with that one,
Mm,
and maybe
If I
Barb.
go
Is Barb the one?
expenses,
It only has a fund balance of 60,000 to date.
I think that might be the admin portion of it.
there's none.
Carrie's online and she might be able to
She-
help.
The prosecutor's office was helping, clerk's office was helping with that. I thought Barb was.
Yeah, that's not the right number. Hold on. Something's very wrong with that number.
Can Carrie enlighten us on,
She's online and she's having issues with her mic not too long ago. We'll see.
I'm gonna open GP too.
I don't get anything for expenses.
Revenues?
Revenues, yeah,
Revenues?
yeah.
How much in revenues?
we probably need to get TS to help her,
Hmm?
with her mic. Oh, Carrie's mic is not working. We can get TS to help.
Might be working now.
3,037.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What is it that you're looking for?
The activity for the Blake Fund 192 today.
So that one for 2026, we're only budgeted $10,463.90.
So we'll go 464, 10,464.
Yeah.
Is that expected revenues or
That is all, so far, that is all we are allowed to get reimbursed for between the prosecutor's office and the clerk's office for the reimbursement of those cases that were overturned, those drug charges or paraphernalia charges, whatever it was. So it's for the paperwork and all that they do to get the reimbursement back for the client.
Did you know of any expenses in 2025 or any reimbursements?
So far in 2025, we've only been reimbursed $1,807.02.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you, Carrie.
you're welcome.
I just updated it.
No, I'm looking in here at that, like, what we received in 25.
The revenues, the max, right?
10.
What is it? I can't see.
2012.
Is one of those?
Dell, are you involved with the Blake at all? If, you're free to go if you would like.
You're free to go.
I think, well, I don't think we have any questions for Dell, do we? Anymore, I think we've done the opioid and, okay, thank you, Dell, for joining
Or you
us
can stay
today.
hang out. It doesn't
There's
Yeah,
matter.
you
probably
hang out.
just a
It's always
deposit
a-
supplemental that hasn't posted, because she had more than that. The number that Carrie gave us was higher. Her number would be more accurate. Mhm. So for 2026, 10,464 for Blake.
Okay, so we budget that?
Yes.
Thank you, Carrie, for helping us with the link there, the
Yeah,
budget.
no problem.
Is that what?
So the Blake is relatively new too, and I think that comes
Are you
from
on-
clerk
Because I
reimbursement.
saw 59,000, 192.
The money that they put in, but I think there's gonna be more requests probably
More than likely.
than what we're gonna get, but it is when we hit that amount that the state wants to reimburse or pay
Yeah,
back.
so then we have to bring it out of our current expense fund.
No, it's a state thing.
That's all we get.
So we're
Yeah.
getting from the state. So when the state runs out of their allotted money. But yeah, we're just kind of the agency that it's going through or the vehicle that they're getting this reimbursement through. And Kevin has been
We're just
taking, or
custodians.
the prosecutor's office is taking care of a lot of it and Kim, and it's just, we're kind of an interesting account. I still don't understand it 100%, but
Other than the state pay a chunk of money, and once
To
it's gone,
disperse.
it's gone.
Yeah.
And then, and if they still have cases that come,
Those
We're
people
somebody
are
will
just
have to
out
pay
low.
for it.
but it shouldn't be the county.
No, it shouldn't be, but it probably,
Who knows? We better start saving money.
it's one of those.
You never know. Unfunded mandate.
Unfunded mandates that's coming.
Okay, Mandy, do you have anything else on that?
Nope.
Okay, so I think we're done with the dispute resolution center, the opioid.
Next would be
abatement.
grant admin at 10:30.
Yep, so we are in recess until 10:30 when we go over grants admin, American Rescue Plan, ARP, and the budget meeting. Or-
Okay, let me,
Good morning, it is 10:30. We are here to do the grants administration, the ARPA grant this morning until 11 o'clock. So do we want to start with the 190, the grants admin?
yes.
I have like the projections and the to dates on ours, Mandy, if you want me to.
I have it too.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that
sure.
sounds good. I just didn't want to take it from you again if you already had it up.
Just 2 grants this year?
Yeah, just 2 grants. The first one is the Community Development Block Grant for public service, and that one is for $132,000. And the second one is the CHG grant, which is a 2-year grant. So for 2026, it's going to be $2,893,703.50. And those are the only 2 we have so far for 2026. All the others have been closed and not amended or being restarted.
Do you do the grant writing or, oh,
These are all, I process the applications with the subs to submit to Commerce, but these are all pass-throughs. And this year it wasn't a competitive, the CHG wasn't a competitive grant. So they kind of based it off of the previous grant cycle for CHG, which lasted forever.
And if we do decide to get out of the grant business, Commerce can go directly. I don't know when the county requested to go through the county, but Commerce can go directly to those and bypass the county. So we don't even have to do those grants if we did not want to.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
We've always kind of wanted to have a little local say in it, I guess.
Ready for 191?
Yep.
Okay, now my total is from, what do you have?
2.2?
Okay, yeah, that's what I have left.
That's just the balance.
Yeah.
So. Nothing.
Okay.
Can't wait till these are done.
I know.
So we're in ARPA, is that where we're at right now?
Yeah, the 199.
It's not updated in your workbook, it's
Okay.
just on the screen or in the BOCC
Thank you,
worksheets
because
that were
I'm
sent
like
to you.
2.1, I'm like, oh, showing 2.7, okay. Well, they will have to, this year, they'll have to be spent in 2026, so we are winding down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there hasn't been too many, I mean, even towards the end of this year, payments have been slow. So there's not a whole lot. And then 193 is the ARPA lost revenue.
Just a minute, Amanda, you want to wait till,
Oh, is that it? Just the 2.2 million? Okay. Here's 193, 4.1 million.
4.198685.
Did we ever figure out, because the 600,000 that we allocated to City of Moose Lake for those
That
shacks?
was returned.
It was returned?
Yep.
What year did we allocate that to them?
I think, well, it was before 2025, because everything had to be reallocated. And I do believe we knew it was coming back, so we reallocated it.
Okay, so it's already been handled.
Yes.
Okay. Then ARPA lost pilt.
Yeah, 194 is the ARPA PILT, and we still have 1.742113 remaining in that. And I believe it's going towards the morgue for the coroner.
The entire balance?
Yep.
So ARPA in total for 2026, 8.966 million.
So we have to put the balance for the 194, the ARPA PILT, we need to put that entire amount in the budget for 2026 so we can spend it.
Yes.
The morgue. If we can put a little note that it goes for the morgue on the side.
Are we super confident in that number not having anything else to come out of it
For which one?
for 194, the 17?
Yeah, there was two expenditures, 2024. That was it. It was like $2,000 maybe.
Okay.
So, yeah, there hasn't been anything else done with that account for the whole year of 2025, so.
Yay. So 100% for more construction. I wonder if we can get them, can they use it up front? So we can get it spent down in 2026?
Well, we have to, if we don't do it in 2026.
Okay, so that's
It'll
fine.
get spent. They're gonna start.
Yeah, we can do.
Okay.
We'll have some bills
They should
here.
run through that pretty quick.
Yeah.
As long as Tom knows yeah, we're gonna start. Whether,
Well, and I don't know, do you have an account you want me to get it transferred over to, set up for the morgue?
No.
Okay.
Just leave it.
that would be a Tom question, probably how he wants to do that.
Nothing till next year.
Okay.
We were already in trouble in how we've moved those monies around.
Should be starting soon. Okay, is there anything else on this budget? I guess grouping of budgets that we needed to discuss? Mandy, do you need anything? Okay, so it is 10:40. We will go into recess until 11 o'clock, and we are meeting with the prosecuting attorney's office for their budget meeting. Okay, yes.
Oh, Mandy says no.
You are online.
We have problems.
Good morning, it's 11 o'clock. We are here with the prosecuting attorney's office for their budget meeting. And then we're also gonna do 109 and then 120 crime victims. So
I guess you can, if you just start with salaries, then it might be okay. Hold on.
Okay,
Their file disappeared.
Our file disappeared. Great.
Yeah.
Story of your life, right?
Yep.
Which, the
I've
only
never
one
done
in
this
the-
before, Mandy, so what do I start with when you say something?
I'll put it up there and you can go with the 109 salaries. I'm just gonna
which would be the salaries in your office. I don't think we have, you haven't emailed it.
I
to
have
us.
not.
Okay,
Cause
so we'll follow whatever's up on here.
I'm gonna send it right now. And these are the actual 2026 salaries, updated spreadsheets, because they were in a separate file.
Mine is slowly loading.
I know that the prosecutor's office in 2025 had done a lot of requests for some rebanding and changes. Do you know if that is reflected in this spreadsheet?
So yes and no. Yes, in the sense of we met with HR. It was, if not last week, it was the week before, as well as my with Ms. Biddle from the prosecutor's office. I had misunderstood where we were with the new revamped, I guess, salary compensation chart, in that I thought that there was something else that I needed to do other than just slate people in my office for those newly, I guess, salaried positions. Where currently trying to just write the job description so that they adequately reflect where people will be. The chart in some senses didn't really make a whole lot of sense for our office, as it listed out, for example, years of experience, where we have some people that are already handling felony cases without a whole lot of years of experience. And so we're trying to figure out exactly where to place them on that newly developed scale, I guess.
From 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
Right.
Which is where the job descriptions
Which
come.
is where the job descriptions are gonna come into place, to play. So, I think that they do reflect, or this chart does reflect, where we're anticipating putting them. But that, I guess, might change.
So this chart does reflect.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
reflect the new chart.
Yeah.
It's just not been done yet, obviously.
It's not 100% accurate, or won't
Right.
be.
It won't be 100% accurate. So do I need to go one by one?
No, I do need to put your salary in here though. I noticed gets based off the WSECO.
I have a question. So you have 2 chief deputy prosecuting attorneys.
We do.
Okay,
yes.
and you wanted 2?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
we're
I
gonna,
just-
I think we're gonna keep that, yeah.
One for prosecuting and one
There's
for
one for
civil?
civil and one
Okay.
for criminal, yeah. We might change the title, but yeah.
Okay.
And I think we have 3 current deputy prosecutors that we can hire that are vacant. 2 of them are technically filled, I guess we can say. We have offers out to the people who are graduating law school in July, assuming they pass the bar exam.
It looks like you have 2 Rule 9.
We have 2 Rule 9
Vacancies.
vacancies. Yep.
Yeah, I see you have, okay, prosecutor 4 is open and 2 deputy prosecutor 1.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. But in that, I guess I'm concerned because there's no, let me make sure, salary. There's no salary on those. So we probably need to put a salary in there so that your budget is accurately reflected as to the open positions.
Well, so the
Yeah, right there, the
range
yellow.
for deputy 1, where's my chart? This would be the level that we bring them in at. But it looks like under the new scale, the range for 1,
Did the salaries disappear?
They are by only 1 month. I'm updating them now.
do I need to say anything then?
Yes,
Oh, I
what's
didn't,
the,
okay.
yes.
Deputy prosecutor 1 on the new scale is 98,467.20 to 104,362 with 44 cents.
What's the second number?
The second number for step 3, I just gave you the range of all 3 steps. Which one do you need?
So 1 is 98476.
1 has 3 steps to it.
So should we go the middle one? I don't know what we want to budget for it.
I would do the 3rd step.
So what's the
You
third
should
step?
Do the
Okay.
3rd step. Thank you for that advice, Gina. Very kind of you. 104,362 with 44 cents.
And what's a 4?
4, if we go to the highest, is 141. Wait, let me make sure. Hold on. Yep, 141,092 and 92 cents.
Does that number look right for legal assistants? For an annual salary?
I'm going to
rely on Janet for that one.
That's hourly.
Okay, does it look right? I did annual, because it was at the hourly rate, so I just did a quick conversion. Okay.
So we
And that
did,
again will change the.
yeah, we were looking at the legal assistance, I guess you could call it steps. For some of them, it doesn't make sense. And so I don't really know. We'll probably want to look at how we can restructure that in 2026.
We're actually doing a salary survey right now,
Okay, good. Okay.
so that will be restructured in
Yes.
20.
I was looking at this, and for some of them, it's like a 4 cent or 7 cent raise for a year. And I have a few legal assistants that it just doesn't make sense to even move them up another step. So that's unfortunate.
Okay, so we're working on that. That would be an HR, working with HR on that. And then I think there was another, so we need to put a value in for the Rule 9 trainees.
Oh, right.
What would be the highest value for
That
that?
is, there's only one number, luckily, is 78,769 with 60 cents.
You're requesting 2 legal assistants
I would like that, yes.
and 1 deputy PA.
For coming in at DPA level 2. Yeah.
Is that in addition to your PMR requests, or is this going to be inclusive of?
Yeah, I was going to do a PMR request for next week to add one, and so there would just be one additional to try to add one before the end of the year.
The legal assistant?
The legal assistant,
Okay.
yeah. So for 2026, in theory, assuming the PMR request is granted, it would just be one additional legal assistant for 2026, if that makes sense.
But you're requesting 2 total,
Two
1
total.
for this year, 1 for next year.
Where are those at? Those requests?
In the red highlighted, I don't know.
Oh, that's down here? Oh, okay.
But I think my conversion on it's $303 salary, so for the legal assistants, so that is not the correct salary for them.
No, that's if they worked 12 hours that year.
That's this one, huh?
That would be about $67,918. We'd probably could put 68,000 would be safe.
I think you mean 27, 25, 27, not 2Z. And I think instead of 7, you mean 22.
She's typing fast.
Yeah, I put them in under hourly because that's the way it started in that first column. As of 8/8/25. Those were all hourly, so I just kept it that way.
I don't know what it's calculating, but it's calculating 629,000.
That's because it had the,
Oh, it has some,
yeah,
like,
one moment.
I think I could become a legal assistant. Everybody in the county will be applying for that position.
Deputy PA2, should we put that at the 3?
That would be.
The 141,093? I'm sorry, this one.
It'd be the highest step.
Yeah, it was at the middle or
115,703.89 for DPA2, right?
115,7.
115,703 with 89 cents.
Okay. I'll double check those later, but that's close. For the longevity of it, I just pop back in there because it was at the per pay period rate. Yeah. So if we calculate in with the projected new, it would be 2.25 million.
Where's that shit? That's just for wages.
Benefits. Something isn't 12.
Do you need a number from me or something?
No,
Oh,
they just pull it over by cell and someone must have sorted it. So it redistributed everything and I'm just correcting that. So we don't have the right number.
And we're just patiently waiting because we don't know really.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. Caitlin's been asking us, the question of the day or the question of the hour.
And it is.
Well, like what's a hidden hobby that you don't, or a hidden talent or hobby that we don't know about, or something about you we don't, a talent?
Hidden.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be hidden, but
Like Kevin's is that he can do everything.
construction, it kind of is true. I'm gonna agree with him on that one.
What's yours, Cindy?
I am actually a really good race car driver, not to boast, but like drag racing and,
Wait, this is
local.
real?
Yeah.
That's freaking
Well,
awesome.
like not, like I don't go to the track track, but we'd have these little,
Just on the streets of Moses Lake.
no, you never race in Moses Lake. No, we would set up little drag races.
That's cool.
I know, who knew that?
I'd say the most shocking thing for me is I used to participate in semi-professional theater.
But that's being, who knew?
Are you a singer?
I used to be at one
Well,
time.
Caitlin's a singer too that we didn't know about, so we're finding all these things out.
We're gonna bring a karaoke
Yeah.
microphone so we can, but Disney songs only.
She's like, I'm not.
I'm not sharing.
I wasn't prepared.
Play any instruments?
Oh, no, you have one where she makes these macrame, that's what it
See,
is.
that's cool.
Chances runway. When I do the races up there.
I didn't know Vic did races out there. I have not.
I had to
We used
look
to
up
do the
what
races
macrame
at
was.
B&G Farms. They would have races there. That was a year strip of it.
Accurate.
52,000
Yeah, I'm easily distracted here, so we're like.
or the 69,000?
For legal assistance? All I have is hourly. Where'd the hourly sheet go? Do you have it? For legal assistant?
What do you want?
The legal assistant hourly? Is that not it? That's not it.
The one I gave you.
Yeah, I know. I lost it. That's why you don't
No,
give me
you never
papers.
lost it. You like misplaced. It's in a secret spot.
Well, it's just when you give me papers, I just lose physical, tangible documents.
I see what happened.
They're in his garage.
So that the top of legal assistant one is $28.59 hourly. Math that.
Your monthly rate. This step, I'm sorry, is looking at last name Smith. Step 6.
Okay.
6 would be 48, 34, 27. Higher. Higher than what our comp table is showing. The annual salary, that step would be 50. 01120.
$58,000, $11.20. Mandy, did you catch that?
No, I'm sorry, what?
$58,011.58.
And 20 cents.
For one? Or for which one? For legal assistant level what?
Which line?
So I'm looking at 29, line 29.
Yes, I believe so. Legal assistant, 1.
Specifically, I just pulled that one.
58
$1,011.20. Do you want the cents or do you want me to just round up or down?
I don't know. So that's the annual rate for that position.
Yep.
At that band. But I didn't take,
That's the highest.
excuse me, I didn't take into account the adjustment at the annual wage increase. The step increase. Did you take that into account when you?
But is this a higher band? Is this the highest, the end of?
Yeah, that's the,
The highest, step 6.
That is the highest.
So they're probably gonna start maybe there or 2 or 3.
Step 7 is
27.
Did you guys factor in the step increase at their yearly
For the new assistants?
for any of the assistants?
Yes.
Okay.
So next year, they're gonna be a 6. That particular person, Smith, will be a 6 in 2026.
So you're saying she's band 5 right now.
That's what-
where the problem comes into because,
It's not really.
If- huh?
59.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, that's where the
that's-
problem, even if we bumped her to step 6, she could be making less money.
Would be the six.
Okay, so we'll have to,
Based on the chart that I have,
okay, so we'll review that. That probably is something we need to review with
so.
HR.
Well, that's with longevity.
Yeah, so
If we take someone from a band 1, step 5, they'd be making 4,711 a month. But if we move them to 6,
Step 6?
it goes down almost $200 a month.
Okay, so something's, Gina and Decor, do you mind working with the prosecutor's office to
We love working with the prosecutor's office.
figure out where that, because we're probably not gonna solve it in this meeting, but figure out what the disparity is between or whoever the consultant is. I'm not sure who the HR consultant is.
Gina.
Okay,
And Decorah is being serious because we haven't had this opportunity to work with you guys in the past.
Yeah.
So we really do enjoy working.
We want to work with you, yes.
So she's being
Absolutely.
serious.
The ballpark overall for prosecutor's office I have is about 4.7 million, which would include everything, salaries, benefits. Is that near what you have come up for next year's budget with what you've estimated? With not, I know the salaries might not be perfect, but is that close? Is it?
I don't know if we calculated it right. No, I didn't.
That's cool. So I
What
think,
was it last year?
what, 4.4?
4.453, but I think there's some, the insurance, and you're at 4.6. But yeah, I think the wages, when we were looking at our, yeah, if you're adding more positions, your increase, because your salaries were 3,058,000, well, that's probably right, 3.3 million now. But all the fringe, like the temp help, social security, it's not in the budget right now. Or at least not on mine that I'm looking at.
It's not, but it can pull quickly
Okay.
from, but it's not.
Okay, so
That's-
it's gonna be a little more than
Well, it should be.
what the benefits in.
Right.
It'll be quite a bit more. Another million, give or take.
When are these budget sheets due by? I mean, we have a lot of, have a lot of work to do on the salaries. When are they due?
We have to have a hearing the first Monday in December. So we can adopt it if it's done. If it's not, we can wait until December 31st, which there has been the time, I believe, that we came in before the end of the, maybe that was for another hearing, but
Let's not do that.
But we've had to, kick it back a week or two, so.
Up to 5 days, but I don't know if that's like 5 business days from that first Monday or like 5 times from that first hearing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know we've done it later in the month, but I know we've come in right before the 31st to have a hearing, but I think it was more of like a budget extension. I don't know if it was a budget.
Well, I guess since we're.
We will work with you.
Yeah. Like, my only other question that Janet brought up, was our victim witness grant. The state cut some of the funding,
Okay.
and so we're gonna have to recoup some of that to ensure that, our victim advocates, I guess, don't decrease in salary. My understanding is there's a fund out there that, we get from the treasurer's office that I think that there is sufficient funds in. But I want to know who I needed to contact to verify that.
The balance on crime victims?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
Sounds like that would be me.
Go ahead.
I have a cashew then.
The last number that we have is 106 and change.
He's not on the cash sheet.
No, that's where, are you asking for the balance of the cash?
Yeah, we wouldn't know for PA specific.
I'm just gonna crime victims.
Oh, yeah, crime victims would be.
638,457.
So I don't have that.
So 638,000 crime victims
Is that
as of
all?
October.
Right, but that's all for our office to use for.
That's just for 120.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like your 2025 budget was 223,000. So if you have 600,000 in there, even if there's a reduction, you can pull from your reserves.
Good.
I just don't see the 2026 budget in there for the revenue. It's just 2025. It appears that, yeah, you will be using out of that ending fund balance. I call it the reserve account, but is that what it's called, ending fund balance?
It's technically the ending fund balance or fund balance at any given month. Fund balance.
To the legal assistant salaries, I think maybe some of the numbers are off because in the band, there is no reduction in salary. So I'm wondering if we just looked at the wrong, the comp table, we just looked at the wrong step and or band, which is why I had asked how long we had so that we could go back and look at those numbers. I know Mandy made a lot of changes, but I also want to double check. She was making any cuts.
So when I put in the numbers for next year for the legal assistants, the only thing I did was bring them up one step and add their longevity.
Mhm.
So, because if we're gonna, because the scale, doesn't jive when we're trying to move people around. So I just gave them all a step increase and increased the longevity for them.
Standard practice is to give a 2.5% increase. So you wouldn't go from a band 5, step 6 to a band 7, step 1. Like you would factor in a 2.5, which is why I'd like to spend some time and look at it to factor that in because nobody should be decreasing.
I've been on.
No.
Okay, so you know that we're just,
But
we kind of have a.
We're just kind of waiting to get
discrepancy
some
on
kind of
some
idea on some
salaries.
numbers.
to move people.
And
where
then it
we
looks
want
like
them,
on our,
it does decrease.
Geez, Brandon, first budget, don't even know your numbers.
Don't, no idea.
And LA4.
It's nice that you say that.
Top.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
If nothing, if not transparent.
All the way to a band 6.
Didn't I give you a nice, fancy, updated detail recently too?
it's in his garage.
Practices is
Yes.
to skip all the steps. And look into it.
Look, he's got murder cases to do. He's
It's cool,
not
it's
worried
cool.
about the
When I
budget
do
right now.
that, They say no, HR
All here
would
to
say
support
you
you.
cannot go.
Oh, I wonder if I should pull that up,
a
what I
step
sent you.
6 To another band to a step 6. Like, you can't do that.
Do you know when I sent that to you?
Down here, I think.
Or what I called it?
I don't know what you called it. I can just go through my emails now.
I mean, 3 steps.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
That's actually why I asked for it.
I know.
Mandy, can you go back to the salaries table, the
Mhm.
salaries tab
For them, for PA?
for PA? Do you guys have a paralegal budgeted?
No,
So how could you move her if it's not budgeted?
that's the problem. How would you move her when you want to move her from an LA4 to a paralegal?
But that job doesn't exist.
Who's technically a paralegal?
Nobody.
Oh,
okay.
Because it's not budgeted, which
We
is the
didn't budget it because it would drop her in salary.
but that position doesn't exist. It used to, but then you guys moved to LA's. And then that position went away. Previous to the LA structure,
Let's chat later.
used to be
So that
paralegals.
we're-
But this is relevant because if you want a paralegal, you need a budget for it.
Yeah, I don't know if we care so much about what the position's called, other than,
It needs to go up a step.
yeah, right.
So legal assistant is similar expectations.
So I'm confident that if you work with Gina, we can get the correct, because there has been a change. The PA's office has been kind of rolling with their own
Yeah, they did a
schedule.
huge change, like revamping
So
of
work
all their
with Gina.
positions.
Brandon's gonna fix it.
I'm gonna fix it.
You're gonna fix it.
I love the confidence. I
And
appreciate
again,
it
we're
very
gonna
much.
Well, I think it's just, yeah, you've just been different from the rest of the county.
The job descriptions need to be updated as well. They're like very.
That'll be done in that
And I think
conversation
only
too.
the legal assistant 1 and 2 are the only ones that were ever updated recently.
Okay.
So they don't match either.
But you just did those last year.
The only one, yeah, last year, the 1 and 2 were updated.
And we're doing that with the comp study, right? So.
But we still need to figure out whatever the correct numbers for the budget, so.
Which
Okay.
is why I'm asking for some foresight. So if we wanted to reintroduce new positions, this is the time to do that. I think title is relevant. So yes, we can talk offline, but we can spend some time on this budget to make sure that it matches what you want for 2026.
For crime victims, though, you only have 2 personnel. They're at the max of their step and band and longevity. So there shouldn't be really any increase to their salary.
One
But
of them is, the other one is not.
um,
Ulysses is,
Ulysses should not be.
yeah, he still has a ways to go.
Mary is.
is the 60 cents for longevity per hour per pay period?
Yes,
So would it be 280, 2080? How come it's the same as him if he's the max? Oh, I guess the
Working.
years. Okay, okay.
He's-
But he is slightly less than Craig. Yeah, a little bit more, yeah, okay. So that should not be changing at all.
Okay, so the budget is 446.
in here because it was blended. Is what our old scale was.
Crime victims is about to be
For the revenues,
updated
it's
and to
446.
accurate.
So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was never aware that this ever went away. All we did was change this.
When you look at the budget, there is no. So
So,
when you go to hiring.
Another revenue that's coming in for the
Compare-
crime
so
victims
we-
from Department of Community Development, from Commerce. Do
So
you know
that's
what
why I
that amount
asked, like,
is?
If you guys want this still, put it in there so that when you hire into
Do you
it,
have it
it's
updated?
budgeted.
Right.
Last year was 62,000. You said it was gonna be, is that the one
Because
that was
you
gonna
guys
be cut?
moved from this scale.
Which one?
It used to be.
yeah, the Department of Community Development,
This one.
that's no
The-
longer.
this- the only
Oh,
thing
there's
that's
nothing there
changed in this
coming?
scale Is this.
Or it's just being
I
cut?
don't think so.
Okay, so it is a zero, okay.
And then.
So all of their budget would be coming out of fund balance next year, except for the small 20,000.
When she left, she was
Okay,
a.
19,320.
Well, I mean, I'm-
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't understand.
But the overall should only be about 220,000. So they have enough fund balance to take them through the whole year.
Yeah.
Working. Yeah, we're talking
So it was-
victims.
Just crime victims specifically, yes.
All it did was, once you
Okay.
reach the top of this level, then K would automatically, or move depending on experience, say you had to have 10.
We've
years.
already, we should
Was
be,
kind of
we're
like-
rolling into the BOCC
And then
budget
you could
review and
be
work
a
session right
paralegal.
now.
Okay, I think we'll just have to come back to PA budget, but we are probably squared away on the 120.
Okay.
In our office.
You want to get the work with Gene on the salaries?
Maybe that's
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have a particular item we're gonna talk about in the work session?
Oh, I don't know. We left yesterday with some still open. Do we need to recap
Yes,
those?
we have a handful of, yes.
I was told to add those ones to the work session, your auditor's ones, to add to the work session on Friday.
Oh,
There's
Friday's
more
work session
time.
then.
The hearings examiner is just in here at 12:30.
Oh, okay, so we need to.
But I had the note for the exchange program, I was told to bring it back this week
didn't
while
even
you were
budget
here.
that. I
If you
just-
guys are wanting to move from.
Unless they have something in there.
What's the point?
I think so. Rob and Kevin are okay with that.
When will we circle back on this one, or will we?
Yeah,
I'm
Gina
happy to
gets some.
set something up now, or we can meet with
Yeah, for sure.
HR first and then schedule. But
That sounds fine.
if you already know when you all will be.
Well,
able
if
to
you
do
work
that.
with HR, then the new information should be populated in your budget, so we can look
Our
at it.
schedule is pretty horrible over the next 2 weeks, so.
But it should be
Yeah.
populated, so at least we can look at it in one of these review budgets that we have.
And add it to Fridays to bring back follow-up on if you like.
That's only 2 days. I don't think we're gonna have everything done. I think we can do it in a recap meeting.
Okay. I'll make a note.
Give them time to thoroughly go through the increases.
So he will reach out to HR for an estimated date of when you guys would like to
No.
come back.
We'll meet with them and then we can schedule. Does that work?
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. So I guess it didn't missing, I guess it just wasn't done. They had a total, so I got the total, but it was just a flat increase.
And Mandy, does Brandon and Janet, do they have access to the sheet that you just?
I'm gonna give them a new link for it, fresh, so you have these same spreadsheets.
You copy me on it as well.
So I can disregard all the other ones that are
Yes,
all over.
yes,
the
yes, it
place?
is, lead them.
Caitlin, are you sending us the new?
I just have I can re-forward this.
No,
I
no,
just
just-
have that,
For
budget that you guys.
law media? Is that what we're gonna?
Yeah, if you guys wanted to talk about that more, the one that you sent me on, what was it, the second? It was just discussion about if you guys were wanting that to be part of miscellaneous general government, or how much, if any.
That's why
as
you were
professional
red.
Services.
I think
That's
we
why
left
you were
it in
red, because
the
it was an
133
estimate.
account. Does 133 is capital or it can pay wages?
That 133 spreadsheet is part of the 2026 budget workbooks that I emailed to you guys again this morning.
I could open it really quickly if you just want me to do that.
Okay.
One moment, right here, I have it. And until we go, but this is just for the mom media part.
I think so.
Not the 90,000, the 90,000 is EDC. I believe that Mom Media was professional services. And then something else that was pulled from that line that was not.
Well, we removed salaries, and then we cut down professional.
Okay, I don't have an updated. I'm at 133.
Oh, you're in that one's not updated. It's just here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You just walk over here.
No, it's right. Development lead.
No, I think we could have been a higher amount yet, but I'm okay. A lot of this we
How's that? Sorry.
kind of asked for donations and the help from the school district. Royal School District has been really good to help. So I'm okay kind of rolling on with volunteers for this. I think the only thing we paid was Raina's salary, and it's very minimal because Kamaki and Toyoyama helped pay for her.
For 2025?
I think wasn't really about 2,000 or 3,000.
$88.75.
I think it was just the $2,088 or something different. I don't remember what it was, but.
And then we did use the county van to transport the kids.
$88 was just shipping costs to send flags to Korea.
So I think we have more than enough in that account.
It's got like a $6 million.
Yes, we can also use that for some other, we can use that to pay, in case we can't afford to pay for the jail, we can use that for, I think, the jail.
It's pretty flexible.
So,
yeah, just increasing.
Thank you. We'll meet again.
Our value as a county.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good amount. And there would also be funds that we could use we needed to help remodel the old jail, as long as it's improving, providing jobs.
It can be, and yeah, we haven't had that capital
I think
meeting yet.
I feel really comfortable. I think that's a very generous amount. I know she requested like 32,000, but we just
She
typically.
requested 25,480.
Okay.
I'm 0. I haven't changed my opinion.
Do you
over
want
the
it
last
to be
3
not
years.
2,000?
No, I don't mind the 10,000 in there for professional fees, but as far as exchange, I'm still just not in support of it based on everything else over the last few years.
Okay.
If it's just a couple $1,000, I don't mind that, but 10,000, 20,000, not at all.
Well, let's rein it down to 5,000 then.
I don't mind the budget amount.
Oh, okay.
I mean the
Okay.
mom media portion.
Okay. And I really do try to do a lot so that
You
that
do.
bill is
You've done a ton.
very.
And Royal City's done a ton because of you, but at the same time, it's like
I get it.
Grant County economic impact, very minor.
Still fine, trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Daryl's projecting about $500,000 more than what we're budgeting as of to date, but that doesn't
This
include the
account.
bond payment.
Okay.
And as of the end of
This is
December.
kind of like our account that we're probably gonna have to take something out.
Yes.
For the end of this budget meeting. I'm sure this account will be hit.
Well, the morgue could also
Yeah.
use it in future years. And there's projects, obviously, we could obviously come up with that would be a benefit
Well,
to the
even we
whole
talked
county.
about, the instead of LTAC, we could use this for
Anything on our capital
road. Yeah.
management plan, our growth management act.
So I'm okay leaving it because it's a fund that we can build because we have a debt capacity, so we can build it without getting into trouble.
Yeah, and I doubt this is gonna be the final number before we adopt.
I feel like we're gonna be going back and revisiting a lot of them. Are there any other budgets we want to look at? While we have 13 minutes?
Here's an overall snapshot of where we are with all the ones that we've had meetings on. We still have,
There's 6 that we didn't finish off.
Yeah, can we jump on the 6th? We didn't.
Well, these payroll remits and these all come, it's basically just gonna match from expenses that happen in other places.
Okay.
So it's like like a clearing, but it's just a formality to budget the expenditures, except for the interfund health benefits. That would be one. But I don't know that, I would like to update our actual healthcare spreadsheet and provide that to you before we make any discussion with that.
And
Because
we
that
did,
does
I think there was a recommendation to do a
5,
3 or 5%.
3 or 5% increase.
It was 3. It could have been 5.
They worked last year. We were looking really good. They said this was probably going to be a year that we would see something hit, but I don't think that has happened yet. So I don't know
But
that
I
5%
think we
is
just do a
necessary.
consistent,
Yes, we do. We want to do something.
otherwise it gets ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys talking about the health insurance program?
5, yeah.
Okay, do we want to pop into one of those accounts that we didn't finish yesterday?
The only ones left were auditor, weren't they?
Those were all payroll remits.
Okay, and that's when you said we need to finish it. Left one.
And we're on schedule for Friday for those but we could cross out unemployment and say that that's probably going to be 0 because it does have about 2 million still.
You want to do that? We can.
Yeah,
okay.
we can cross that out and just say it's 0.
We do left one. What's
So,
left one looking like?
yeah. And these are really just a formality and in and out
Uh-huh.
based off the activity that happens in funds that we've already.
What's our left? Are you pulling up left one?
Where would that be?
509, 191.
I think she wants the detail. I think they do. Oh, it must be OCC.
Left one, 509.
Do you see it?
Well, that's the number at 509, 191.
I think it's in VOCD. No, oh my God, where is it?
Sheriff. Does the sheriff have it?
I don't know.
It used to be in the sheriff's budget, we kind of pulled it out.
Sheriff does still pay out left one reimbursement claims, so I would assume.
No, so that's what fund, that's what that expenditure flows into this fund and then gets remitted
Okay.
to left one. Yes, that is the source of those funds.
And Gary called and asked me if I knew what the left rates were for 2026. Those don't come from HR, they come from accounting. So I don't know where he was at. I think he tried to budget for it in his budget, but he didn't know what the rates were. Larissa couldn't really help him and I couldn't either.
No, I came from HR.
I think, oh, I thought Kirk did.
The
In the
rates?
day, yeah. We went round and round with Kirk about this, and I showed him that. Tam used to give us the numbers.
You say rates to like
2026.
like the limits for reimbursement on things?
Healthcare, no, I think it was the healthcare,
The retirement amount,
isn't it the healthcare, their portion of the healthcare?
Yeah,
the contributions.
Isn't it the Medicare portion of it?
Yeah, and Larissa had explained that at one point HR used to, and then accounting started.
Okay,
Really, it's just a matter
whatever the
contribution rate is.
yeah, so whoever it comes from, we'll put it in.
Somebody.
And it wasn't HR that had provided that, so I told him, oh, you can look it up online, but I couldn't help him.
Marissa did provide a calculation.
I don't know where is that's 505. Interfund, maybe?
So if we do the insurance, we'll know if we do the insurance, the 3% or 5%, whatever it was that they recommended. Healthcare.
Closer. A reserve fund.
It looks like it says for lobbying for rates in 2026 already pre-captured. What is this? 26.
Oh, they're here.
What's our little, who's over our healthcare? We received a letter, an email.
It's a collaboration between HR and I.
Is it-
They get the invoices
Okay.
and they provide it to us and then we
They
update.
sent the board the recommendation to go, was it 5%? Okay,
That's what I signed up.
okay, 3%, 5%. I could not remember which one it was. I was thinking it was 3. So I think for the left one, they would also have a 5% increase if we have a 5%.
An identical.
Pretty much.
That makes sense.
I don't believe we can treat them differently.
So
Well, the sheriff's office pays for it.
so small. So yeah, that would put us at about 14 million for 2026
14 million.
for 505 with a 5% increase.
Okay.
For current expense, the biggest outlier, other than prosecutors, is going to be the property revenue amount from Daryl, which she's not yet provided. If we just said 23 million, we're still looking at a 9 million gap between what we're expecting in revenues for each department. That would be based off a $1 million capital outlay from current expense, which we've not yet discussed how much we will use towards any capital outlay for 2026. And we have not yet discussed operating transfers for 2026. Fairgrounds is looking at almost $1 million in operating transfers for 2026. The biggest is tech services. And they will want last year was close to 4 million there.
Fairgrounds has been jumping up from 200,000 or 300,000 to 400,000 to.
The most significant increase is the insurance.
Okay, so we can get that number from Daryl.
What number? Oh, the property revenue?
Yeah. I know we have a Port of Moses Lake is getting a part of that, but we should have some increases with new construction and 1% increase. But we were short last year, so hopefully and under budget. We budgeted more revenue than what was coming in. We have a little bit of a shortfall in our numbers.
And their tech services is requesting 4.7 million. So between those two departments, almost 6 million in operating transfers of the 9 million we're short. So we're 3 million apart. Well, I mean, if we don't cut tech services or fairgrounds budget, we'd have to find the full 9 million, but if we're okay with that 6 million for those two departments, then we gotta find the other 3 million.
Well, and sometimes we pushed out when it was a situation like this, we've kicked out our computers for another year. Like if we don't need to buy new computers, if we could wait a year, it saves us significant funds.
Which we pushed that out for 5 years, 2 years ago. Tom said
A lot of it's software.
that he can ask Joe to tighten up a little bit. He said in the past few years that they've turned back some of the money.
Half of their budget is software. They'll have it's almost 3 million.
And then obviously extending life cycles for copiers to 6 years or more, and then desktops 5 years.
If we did no capital outlay out of current expense, which I don't know that that's realistic.
That's only $1 million though, you said, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that just goes right into operating transfers for our tech services and fairgrounds.
So tech services, the 4.7 million, that was all current expense, because it should be divided up with, Renew should be paying a part of it, and
4.7 for tech services was requested for operating from current expense.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, 9 million.
Okay.
And I doubt Daryl's gonna suddenly be like, oh, property revenue is gonna be $28 million.
Okay, well, do a little pencil sharpening. Okay, it is 12 o'clock, so we are done then for the day.
We don't have any more to extend and discuss prior to 12:30.
Oh, I thought we were done at 12.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Schedule. Are there any other topics you want to discuss, Mandy?
No, we need to know the property revenue. We need to know the prosecutor's closer amount and narrow in on capital outlay, operating transfers. I think that's the big four to decide how we will bridge the gap between our expected revenues and projected expenses.
Is Daryl still waiting for the assessor's office for his numbers so he can figure out what we're gonna have? Is that?
Usually.
I thought they had certified it, but then he said that Matt had told him they had to redo it. I don't know.
Yeah. I remember hearing that last week.
Okay.
They only do new construction,
That's the only one that I saw.
New
so you haven't
construction
seen total
and
value.
Correct.
And then I think the new construction.
whatever the new assessed value is too.
There's 4 components: the total property assessment, the REC, there's 5. There's the REC, the back, what is that called?
Ceiling?
No, from REC,
No, the old stuff.
delinquent.
The delinquents, yeah, the delinquents and new construction, and then taking out mental health care and
And whatever the new assessed value, I mean, not.
housing.
Yeah, new construction, then whatever the new assessed value is. 'cause
Yes,
it's
new assessed
We
value,
can
new
only go
construction,
1%
delinquents, and
off that.
REC. That's the total incoming, and then the reduction for mental health and housing for our expected property values.
All right,
That's gonna be it then.
thank you.
All right, we will recess until Kevin and I will be at Columbia Basin Development League tomorrow. And we will be back
What?
at 8:30 on Friday
Yeah,
for
unplug it all.
capital outlay.
The fun stuff.